You know, I really hate how capitalism is destroying the West, and I often find myself longing for the good old days, when Comrade Ceausescu was in charge, and there was only two types of Romanians, those who were in prison, and the ones who will be.
I'm going to start by saying jail was terrible, and I was miserable inside of the jail cell. It's a good thing depression isn't real, because I would have been depressed.
Those were the days! That's why today we're playing as Valahia. And of course I have to give a special thank you to all the foreign agents supporting the channel, giving me the fiscal space to remind everyone of dear leader Ceausescu's greatest achievement, the Romanian Parliament building, which is the heaviest building in the world. It's so big, it houses the Senate, the Chamber of Deputies, the Constitutional Court, the National Museum of Contemporary Arts. The size is so impressive. I'm recording this from the Parliament building itself, and no one even knows I'm here. Personally, I think I'm lost. It's been 3 days, and I'm running out of water. Help! At this point, I'm convinced aliens didn't build the pyramids, time-traveling Romanian engineers did. I guess I can start playing the game now. Realistically, someone will find me, if I stop moving, at some point. Hopefully. Currently, we're a principality, ruled by our prince, Alexandru Ghica. And of course, as a Balkan nation, we start the game with the most disgusting laws known to man. Granted, we do have the right of assembly, but that's only because Prince Alexandru wants to organize columns of illiterate peasants, parading his favorite selfie. What a narcissistic prick. We also have organic regulation, which is a special type of oligarchy, allowing us to have a command economy. However, according to our top scientist, it will take 140 years to research command economy.
No, I'm no scientist.
So I guess we should focus on gaining our independence from the Ottomans. Yeah, unfortunately, we are subjects of a much larger empire. And I know what you guys are thinking. Comrade Ceausescu would never. When does communism start? Well, that's the spirit. Luckily for you, we have Russia supporting our independence. What could possibly go wrong? But first we have to ban slavery. Honestly, I'm hoping the slavers rebel, so the Ottomans send their armies and eliminate the evil bourgeoisie scum for us. Hang on a minute, I can subjugate Serbia, even though they too are Ottoman vassals. Why am I allowed to do this? I mean, I'll take it, along with all of their money. What the heck? They just left, and my war goal disappeared, because they're independent now. I mean, their economy got deleted, so they shouldn't be too much of a challenge. The Ottomans are demanding to reduce our autonomy. Over my dead body, Ottoman scum? Man, what a mess. I honestly hope the Russians are willing to help. Of course they will. So I'm going to demand all of the Ottoman money, Moldavia, and Dobruja, as I would hate for my economy to tank. Crap, the British joined, and the slavers revolted. I love it when a plan comes together. That's right, we get to murder all the people I want to, at the same time. Not to mention that our market is in absolute turmoil, and the economy is in the toilet. At this point, I feel like I'm still stuck in the Romanian Parliament building, just desperately waiting for someone to rescue me. Personally, it's one of my favorite geopolitical strategies. With the slavers crushed, we can simply walk next to the Russian army and pretend like we're doing something. What a way to win your independence, am I right, guys? And the Ottomans capitulated because they're a bunch of losers. That's right, you guys, we shall no longer suffer their yoke. Wait a minute, why am I still a subject? I thought we won. Oh, because we have to sign a peace with the British. Of course, that makes sense. Crap, I think I forgot to sign the independence document. Well, that's kind of awkward. I mean, we have Moldavia, Dobruja, and a fair payment for our vassalage. This isn't an achievement, but it feels like it should be. And the slavers came back with a vengeance. I mean, it's too late, and we still have plenty of time to take away their economic privileges by enacting interventionalism. And we're getting a coup for a professional army. What a weird hill to die on. Consider yourself fired. Damn it, the coup was successful, and now we have a professional army. But my economic reform was discarded. I guess I have no choice. We shall take agrarianism instead. Anyway, it is time for us to imperialize Serbia. In case you guys have forgotten, we are still ruled by imperialist bastards. Moldavia also joined them, which is quite understandable, so we have to murder them as well. Luckily for us, they still have peasant levies, which means we have to defend for a little bit, and once all of them are dead, we can go on the offensive. Yet another country crushed under the boot of the evil bourgeoisie. Wait Wait a minute, we can't attack Serbia, as this section is unpassable during winter. Luckily for us, we are an Ottoman subject, which allows us to pass through their territories and invade them from behind. I honestly hope you guys weren't expecting gentlemanly behavior from people whose hobby is to erase countries off the map. Wait a minute, why did I only take half of it? Oh, I get it. This game is developed by Serbian nationalists, and so the half province, which is Serbia, is divided in two, just to make them more powerful. Well, the Serbian people in our half of the country will have a very bad day, as I'm declaring our independence, which means they will lose access to the Ottoman market and starve. A price I'm more than willing to pay, because I'm a douchebag. They back down. Oh no, I wanted to take more money. I guess I have no choice. We have to renegotiate our Russian deal so they can start investing in us. But that's alright, as our market managed to balance itself, and we don't suffer any shortages if you ignore the starving Serbians. I know I will. And Russia is asking us to join their faction. Realistically, I'm always trying to get into the German faction and make all the German market jokes. Unfortunately, I always fail, and I simply have to take this opportunity to make all the Russian faction jokes. And just look at this, guys, we have defensive cooperation, which means that if someone attacks us, Russia will come and help us. Unless it's Azerbaijan, then their hands are tied. Now obviously our goal here is to form Romania and achieve socialism, but our ultimate goal would be to form the Danubian state and then collapse into the most savage civil war ever seen, for an epic Tito reference. And we have agrarianism, which means we can focus on taxing the poor. How else am I supposed to achieve communism? Austria is collapsing as they're currently experiencing the springtime of the people. That's just what happens when your people are hungry for freedom and are willing to cast away the shackles of oppression. Now, as an Eastern European country, this doesn't affect us. Classic Eastern Europe. Obviously, I have no choice than to do the scumbag thing of attacking them from behind and stealing Transylvania from them. Fun fact, Comrade Ceausescu built the heaviest building on the planet, and today no one even comments about his penis size. Oh man, even Hungary's falling apart now. Granted, we do have a starving Serbian uprising, but it's alright you guys, so long as you ignore them. I know I will. And Austria got its shit together. Luckily for us, we managed to occupy the whole of Transylvania. All we have to do now is hold, and the Austrians will fold. And the Prussians are attacking them from behind. That's rather unsportsmanlike. Personally, I would never attack a country when they're weak. I only fight my opponents when they're ready, which is the only way to feel like a real winner. That's right, Transylvania belongs to me. Permanently. All we have to do now is wait for our truce with Serbia to expire, so I can take care of the rebellion. And it seems that Austria has rivaled Russia, Prussia and Great Britain. Oh boy, I can taste the super socialist Danubian state. But before any of this, we have to form the greatest country on the planet, Romania. Fun fact, as Romania is a free country, you can do whatever you want, and if the police arrive, all you have to do is give them $50 and they'll leave you alone. Such behavior is perfectly acceptable and certainly won't lead to any legal trouble. Promise. Now then, we have to broke off our agreement with Russia, as becoming a Russian vassal would be devastating, and Comrade Ceausescu would never. And in order for the Russians to lose more leverage, we're going to invite the Prussian power bloc and allow them to invest. Because selling out the country to the evil West and taxing the poor is something Romanians do without supervision. It's common knowledge. And we have a protectionist boyars, which means we can enact interventionalism, and they're going to support it. Wait a minute, the British overthrew the monarchy? Hell yeah! And it seems that the French Republic is having protesters. Classic France. And now we're going to completely annex Serbia. Hopefully, we'll be able to murder them all before we capitulate against the starving Serbians. And we can finally leave the Russian faction, because they didn't protect us once this entire game. So long as you ignore that one time when they protected us against the Ottomans, I know I will. And we've defeated Serbia. It is time for us to defeat Serbia for a second time. Oh boy, just look at the time. It's dismantling Ottomans o'clock. Damn it, the Egyptians won't let me join. I'm starting to regret that we lent them these time-traveling engineers. Well, that won't stop me from invading Bosnia. Now Russia is going to war with the Ottomans to liberate Bulgaria. But how about we drag them into a second war against the Ottomans to liberate Bulgaria? We're also going to take all the Ottoman money we can. Fun fact, the Ottomans decided to invade the Balkans because they thought it was a great idea. What a bunch of idiots. Granted, the Austrians also went quite deep, but only after defeating the Ottomans, which were severely weakened from having to live in the Balkans. And now we have a modern economy, which means we can fully utilize industrial machines.
Before the machines, if you wanted textiles, you would go to a local artisan. Now the artisan, his name would be like Peter Putteridge, and he would work with his family. Don't you see, right? In amongst this lovely industry, there was another class of people. The merchants. Oh, you alright, Peter? I'm Mr. Artisan Peter. Nice work. Oh, the missus looking pretty healthy at the moment. Yeah, I can do you a good deal on this, right? I'll get you your materials in. I'll get it for you cheap. You give me back your products. I'll sell it. Bob's your uncle. But then the merchant started to think, well, maybe I don't fucking need Peter. He's a prick. And I kind of fancy his wife.
That's right, soon everyone will see the evils of capitalism. In the meantime, we're going to abolish the guild system. In the most communism supporting way, Greece is attacking the Ottomans, thus starting the Third War for Bulgarian liberation, and Italy capitulated. Classic Italy. But you can relax now, guys, for I am the one who will liberate Bulgaria, Albania. As for all the other peoples, they love being subjugated. Promise. And we're making so much money from the Ottomans, we can actually pay off our debt. Or start spending more money. What the dickens? The Confederate States sided with the British Republic. They are run by the leftist intelligentsia. Hilarious. And now the formation of any labor associations is prohibited by law. God, I hope this leads to violence and the inevitable overthrow of the evil capitalist pig dogs. Now then, we should focus on freedom of conscience, so I can replace all the clerics with soulless bureaucrats. That will definitely help. Ho ho boy, a godless education combined with an endless legion of bureaucrats whose only purpose is to waste your time has to be one of my favorite communist fantasies. Isn't that what we're all fighting for? Granted, we're going to need a repressive police state as well, but for now we should at least get a dedicated police force. Now in foreign related news, we're going to support Hungary's independence, as I hate watching them suffering under the chains of oppression. Also, we're subjugating Bulgaria, as I would hate for you guys to think that our evil bourgeoisie government are the good guys. Bulgaria backed down and are now under our management. Also, Germany is finally happening, with the help of Italy and Spain. Contain your excitement, you guys, or I'll send you to jail. With our brand new police force. We should also teach the peasants reading, as I would hate for them to break the law, because they can't read it. And the evil religious bastards are protesting. Now we do have to tolerate them, as their clout is falling down a cliff now that they're all jobless, so they shouldn't be bothering us for much longer. But I can't help but think Comrade Ceausescu would never. Oh no, the Ottomans will no longer pay us war reparations, which means our budget is now exceeding the EU recommended 3% deficit. Classic Romanian budget. But now we're able to teach the peasants reading, which will inevitably lead to a higher class awareness. I can just imagine it right now.
I'm not owned by the New World Order. It's a pack of criminals and everybody knows it. And that's why the enemy hates me so much. That's why they hate you so much, because they know we're real. When it comes to serving evil, we don't do it. And we stand against it. What matters is your freedom. What matters is your integrity. What matters is who you are, and that you're not for sale, ever. And I don't know how this is going to end, but if you want to fight, you better believe you got one.
And now it's time for my favorite socialist policy. Protectionism. Germany managed to win, and they liberated Aquitania and Brittany. They didn't even take Alsace-Lorraine. Hilarious. Tariffs, my favorite socialist fantasy. Just like sending the military to deal with protesters, as the government should always have the option of violence. What could possibly go wrong? It is time for us to attack Austria and take back our rightful land. Obviously, Hungary shall help us because we'll give them their independence, which they don't want. That's not good. Luckily for us, the Germans are willing to join us and give Hungary their independence by force. Listen guys, we have to stop these evil, aggressive military expansionist Austrians. I mean, look at this. They want Bosnia, Western Serbia, Romanian Eastern Serbia, in addition to completely annexing Bulgaria. Honestly, it seems that the AI is a lot more ambitious than it used to be. I mean, it would be great if Italy fixes its borders. Gross. The Germans entered Vienna, and that's pretty much the whole war. Amazing. Now then, all we have to do is completely annex Hungary, Austria, and Bohemia. Now annexing all of your neighbors seems like a task which will cost quite a lot of infamy. Granted, the Prussians did the same thing for free, but that's because this game is programmed by German nationalists, so they can get away with it. But fear not, you guys, once Austria declares bankruptcy, they'll become an insignificant power, and we can conquer them on the cheap. And now we can send the military to open fire onto unarmed protesters. But first, I'm going to need appointed bureaucrats, as I hate that the government is run by people who would say stuff like, but they're just civilians. Comrade Ceausescu would never. Now we shall abolish serfdom, which is still happening, by the way. I mean, everyone wants it. We can also have our first company. Let's see if there's a unique Romanian one. There is! It's the railway one, which gives you 5% more infrastructure, allowing you to build less railways, so the company can make less money. Well, that's pretty stupid. So I guess we can get the Iron and Coal Company. As you're all probably aware, this game is programmed by Romanian nationalists, so Valahia has all the raw materials you can ever need. Hang on a minute, we're now a great power, which means it's time to form our very own power block. Rome 2. The rest of the world might not like it, but this is the sequel you've all been waiting for. And the economy is going quite well, but I know what you guys are thinking. Investing in Moldavia, that's such gross historical inaccuracy. Comrade Ceausescu would never. I've been hiding this from you, but I haven't researched railways yet, and Valahia is running out of infrastructure, so please, bear with me. With peasant proprietorship, it is only fair for us to have landed voting, allowing us to shake up the political system. Remember guys, things need to get a lot worse before they get better. That's why we're attacking Croatia. It's not just because they're cucking me off the Mediterranean. Promise. Ukrainians, what an unexpected cameo. Wait a minute, Austria just gave up. Alright, that's it. I'm announcing a 3-day special military operation. Don't think about it. Oh crap, the Ottomans are declaring a 3-day special military operation in Bulgaria, which belongs to me. I guess I have no choice. I must dismantle them. 3 days, just as promised. This one will be way more complicated, but I'm not giving up Bosnia. They just got access to the sea. If they lose it, they'll be devastated. And we can have another company. Obviously, I have to take the generic tools one, which will complement our generic iron one. Now the war is going well, but more importantly, Austria declared bankruptcy, and now they're an insignificant power, which will allow me to annex them completely. That's quite a lot of infamy. But I'm not Germany, so I can't take Austria for free. And the Ottomans have been thoroughly dismantled, which means they won't be bothering us anymore. Oh boy, here I go Anschlussing again. I'm sorry guys, but what is Rome 2 without Vienna, which is rebelling? Damn it. In the meantime, we can befriend Slovenia, just as I befriended Bohemia. Finally elections. Oh boy, and just look at the plethora of choices. I honestly hope the leftist peasants win. Oh no, the landowners won. Probably because they have the most votes. That's quite unexpected. But now that the people have tasted democracy, we can enact census suffrage, which will give a vote to every man who can read. And we're getting a coup to enact censorship. See that guys? The political system is crumbling already. The coup was successful and now we have censorship. My god, a policy approved by Comrade Ceausescu. I never thought I'd see the day. I guess we can focus on public health insurance during these early elections. And Austria got its shit together. Finally, our troops can walk through Bohemia and conquer Vienna. That's right you guys, Romanian soldiers are here to save the day from this endless brutal conflict, because the last thing your average Austrian needs is to starve, because they don't have access to the Romanian market. That's not good. I'm sorry Slovenia, but I have to withdraw from our agreements and conquer you, so our traders can finally walk into Austria. Russia will defend them. I'm sorry Austrians, but you're gonna have to starve. For now. No, wait, I can ask Bohemia for transit rights. And just like that, I managed to save the day. No, I didn't. On the bright side, Comrade Ceausescu probably wouldn't mind. It's fine you guys, in like 2 years, Bohemia will join Rome too. And after 5 more years, we shall subjugate them. I mean, let's face it, 7 years to fix a problem. That's quite fast for a Balkan government. Public health insurance, oh my god guys, I'm starting to feel like a real European country. Which means we have to build a real navy. What the dickens? The Ottomans are attacking me again. I guess I have no choice. We must liberate Iraq. That'll shut them up, surely. Right on time for the next elections. And the National Liberal Party managed to win, which is made out of the Orthodox Church and the intelligentsia. That has to be one of the weirdest team-ups of all time. Oh, I'm sorry guys, but it seems that we can't have boats just yet. Instead, we're going to have to enact a cultural exclusion, which will stop the Austrians from rebelling. And the Ottomans have been thoroughly defeated, this time for real. Finally, Bohemia is ready to join, Rome too, and it only took us 4 years, right on schedule. Now unfortunately for us, Hungary isn't going bankrupt, probably because they have access to the Mediterranean, which means we have to cuck them and take their pants down in front of the whole class, right on time for the next election cycle. Hey, wait a minute, what happened to the landowners? They physically have the most votes. Did they just quit? That's not a good sign for the state of our democracy. And the leftist peasants managed to win, but not enough, apparently. Also yes, the landowners just quit political life. I've never seen this before. And just like that, Hungary's bankruptcy is assured. But before we go bankrupt, a massive deal with China. I mean, come on guys, our evil corrupt capitalist system physically can't survive unless it's mooching off the Chinese. It's common knowledge. And just like that, we're making 140,000 for the low price of 87,000. And all we have to do is build more boats, because we physically don't have enough, and we no longer discriminate against the Austrians, which should make them feel way better. Personally, I'm not bothered by starvation, but discrimination is wrong. And now it's time for my sickest communist fantasy, raising wages. And now we have a brand new king, Vlad Gika. Finally you guys, a real Balkan man behind the wheel. What could possibly go wrong? Well, hopefully many things, as I'm trying to establish communism. Now then, we shall protect Slovenia. Spain will help them, but they don't have enough boats, so I don't care. And we're also getting the Spectre hunting the world. Remember guys, being an incompetent asshole makes the communism happen. Now let's face it, our king is doing a great job with the starting of a new war, starvation, alcoholism. Wait a minute, what happened to my money? Damn it, we have 57,000 in missing funds. Because I paid the boyars to support my bill. I honestly thought it was 5,000. Such unbridled corruption! Can you guys tell we're in the Balkans yet? And we managed to defeat the Spanish, who definitely put up a fight. And now we completely surround Hungary, just like Saddam. Haha, Saddam Hussein jokes. We're also going to subjugate Bohemia, to celebrate that the Austrians aren't starving anymore. And we have more elections. Damn it, the evil capitalist bastards are pulling ahead. But that won't last, as the government will now force them to increase wages by 10%. Oh man, the sheer prospect of getting a fair compensation for my honest work is making my pingo tingle, if you know what I'm saying. And we can also get regulatory bodies, so we can shove government bureaucrats in the faces of these thinking capitalists, allowing us to have a safe working environment. The Free Trade Party managed to win, but we also have the Communist Party now, because we also have Karl Marx, and he has never done anything wrong, because he never had the opportunity to do anything. But soon, that will change. And with universal suffrage, our victory during the next elections is assured. We are also incorporating Bulgaria, because the Danubian Republic can't possibly happen without them. And Montenegro is ready to join us, because what is Rome too without them? Damn it, the Spanish got the Italians. But we don't need them, you guys. What does Italy have to do with Rome? Also, it is time for us to subjugate Hungary. Oh crap, the Russians joined against us, and it seems that the Germans really want to side with Hungary. I guess I have no choice. I must give them Tyrol, which will allow them to fight on our side. And just like that, the fourth war for Bulgarian liberation has begun. Legislative failure, balls. I guess I have no choice. We have to rob the rich blind with taxes. And the industrialists support it. God bless voting against your interests. Oh crap, the landowners who have the most votes in the land voting system. Shut up the polls. The conservatives managed to win, which makes it quite clear that this whole war is only happening because of the evil rich people who are currently in charge. Which is going quite well, but that's because the Germans capitulated. Crap. Granted, we managed to increase taxes, but we're heavily outnumbered as the Russians have far more manpower than us. Now the situation might seem dire, because we're led by idiots and we desperately need communism. But if we simply murder all of the Russian soldiers, they will lose their only advantage on the battlefield, which is having more soldiers than us. It's genius. It's time for more elections, which is how you know that this war is taking a while. And just look at these casualties. We've practically already won. The Russians can't possibly bring any more men to the battlefield. battlefield. That would be preposterous. And the Ottomans are having a Bulgarian uprising, which means the Russians lost their war goal. Hilarious. The conservatives managed to win, but they are Democrats, so we can get census suffrage. And we're having a coup by Field Marshal Ion Manu. Honestly, I can't be mad at this guy. Just look at these heroic victories. Well, go on then, you can have your right of assembly. And with these brave emergency elections, we get to have 3 Democrats in government, allowing us to get universal suffrage. Exactly what I wanted. And there you go guys, we finally did it. We murdered all the Russian soldiers, and their only military advantage has now vanished. And you guys thought I was crazy. And Hungary capitulated. Now that's a Rome too I can get behind. And with Hungarian help, we shall defeat the Russians with ease. Damn it, they don't have a war goal, so I have to surrender. Yeah, that makes sense. Now then, we just have to lower everyone's autonomy and we win the game. Now of course, Bulgaria is ready to join for the second time, but we're also going to get Albania. Now that's a classic, Rome too. And we also managed to build a Kaiserform. Fun fact, the Kaiserform is the largest parliament building in Victoria 3. Comrade Ceausescu would be so proud. And we have another election cycle. Wait, we got universal suffrage. Get fucked, bourgeoisie scum. You have no chance to win now. The National Liberal Party managed to win, which means it's time for us to allow women to get a job. I mean, come on guys, it's 1897 and a good chunk of the men died in the Russian war. Get with the times. And just like that, we have 279,000 unemployed. Quickly, someone get these people jobs. And we also need workers' protections, which is the exact same as regulatory bodies. Wait, what? Wasn't that supposed to raise wages? Damn it, I feel scammed. At least Venice has the right idea. I'll take them as a protectorate. Hopefully, they'll push our country in the left direction. And Russia is falling apart. You know, if we attack them now, it would be peak ungentlemanly behavior. I really hope you guys weren't expecting anything else. The Peasants' Party and the Communist Party shut up the polls. Oh my god guys, it's actually happening. That's right, Karl Marx is now in parliament and our country is going the left way. And we managed to take back our rightful Bessarabian lands, allowing us to finally click the button. Hang on a minute, why do we need multiculturalism or subjecthood? That's quite random. Well alright then, I guess I know what I want for Christmas. And the Russian Republic managed to win. Oh my god guys, a parliamentary universal suffrage Russia, first in the world, never seen before. And they're also running the democratic ring. Talk about enthusiastic. But I can't help but notice that the Ottomans are levying quite high tolls to all of our merchants.
The industrialists went, hang on a fucking second. You know all these politicians we're paying off? Well, they have an army. How about we ask them to bring the army in to help us?
Therefore, we're conquering Kosovo as a measured diplomatic response. And we have worker protections, which does increase wages. Oh yeah. And now I have no choice. We must enact subjecthood, because no one wants multiculturalism. Personally, I'm quite disappointed in you, Karl Marx. And also in you, Karl Gika, our brand new king. And of course we managed to heavily outspend the Ottomans. Remember guys, war is a capitalist game and you win with your credit card and the blood and sweat of the proletariat. And I'm certain the Russians wouldn't mind the higher tolls. Oh no, it seems that the evil Germans have subjugated Greece, our communist neighbors to the south. Stinking imperialist bastards, I'll destroy you. But before that, we have to accept Romania's final form, the Danubian state, everyone's favorite Romanian country. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Damn, there's some stinking Germans squatting on my rightful land. But wait, there's more. Because now we can form Central Europe and just keep going. But for now, we have to go back to cultural exclusion. And if you guys support it, I promise a cancel republic next. I mean, come on guys, our country can't collapse into the most savage civil war to date before we achieve communism. While we're waiting for that, we should also invade Germany. Right on time for the brand new elections. Listen guys, if you vote communism, we're going to end the war. And you won't have to die on the front line for evil imperialist interests. Promise. And the Communist Party managed to win. Oh my god, Karl, now is your chance. Murder Karl and take his place, as the Danubian state is too small for two Karls. Now we do have a Turkish rebellion, so I have to take some of my army to take care of the unarmed protesters. While we're here, we can also invade Greece. They are officially fighting for the evil imperialists. Stability assured. Whew. That was a close one. Alright Karl, your days are numbered. It's Karl's turn on the country. Now the war is going quite well, and the Germans can't possibly stop us. Unfortunately, Karl is organizing an armed rebellion. Alright guys, it's official, we are our greatest enemy, as the Germans clearly can't compete. And just like that, by successfully outspending the Germans, we managed to fix our border dispute. Also, King Karl's support completely collapsed. Well, there you go guys, it's a real revolution. So go out there, get your pitchfork and murder Karl for me. Please. The July Revolution is over, communism has won, and the workers can finally unite in the bright red International Räterepublik. Oh my god, Karl, finally you get to do something with your life! Karl? Oh no, he's dead. Did you guys get the wrong Karl? It's okay guys, I should have been more specific. That one's on me. But now we have Chairman Ioan Parvu. And you know what? We still have plenty of legislative work, such as concentration camps, religious persecution, cracking down on free speech, historic revisionism, ban all other political parties, have a massive purge in our own ranks to maintain ideological purity, spend bazillions of taxpayer dollars for a never-ending international propaganda campaign, use our immense leverage over our citizens to deport and disperse minorities into majority Romanian cities, and then introduce Romanian nationals in the newly deserted territories, and other such policies Karl Marx would definitely approve. Until next time.